A blast of springtime air causing severe thunderstorms to move across the Bluegrass State. We'll put a track on those boomers just ahead.
A fire at a Central Kentucky lockup closes down that facility, leaving many people without a job right before Christmas.
It is a Christmas surprise what a Central Kentucky priest did for people showing their generosity this holiday season.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Good evening to you. We are tracking some dangerous weather across parts of the Bluegrass, and we have declared a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day.
That's right. Strong and severe storms are expected to roll right across the state throughout the evening. WKYT Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey joining us now, keeping a very close eye on what's going on. Chris?
Yeah, dealing with thunderstorms that are trying to bubble up across parts of central Kentucky. The line of severe weather, though, is still to our west. Though interesting sky cam right now in Lexington. You can actually see some drops falling with one of these little showers that's trying to grow up into a thunderstorm on the south and west side of town as of now. Severe thunderstorm watch continues in effect for northern Kentucky until 11 o'clock. Counties in red, that's a tornado watch until 9 o'clock this evening. Now, I know the majority of our area not under a watch as of now. I expect that to change as the evening wears on. Defender Radar Network is indeed, and the first thing you're going to notice, that big cluster of thunderstorms into western Kentucky with a tremendous light show, Evansville and Owensboro. That's what we're focusing on for later. Right now, those short-term damaging winds into parts of northern Kentucky, that line weakening toward the Louisville metro area. And here's what we're seeing now with that sky cam view in Lexington. Notice those showers trying to grow into some thunderstorms. Nicholasville down toward Lancaster, Broadhead, the Mount Vernon area into Rockcastle County. Here's the potent line of thunderstorms that may bring severe weather into town as the evening wears on. A ton of lightning with that. That's a good indicator when you start to see your radar network like that blowing up with a ton of lightning. That's a strengthening line of thunderstorms that may have some damaging winds with that. As a matter of fact, I expect that to have damaging winds. Hour by hour future radar. Notice how that line works its way toward the area slowly through central and eastern Kentucky through the late evening hours into the wee hours of our Thursday morning. Damaging winds, the primary player, though, guys. We're not just one and done with these clusters of showers and storms. I've got a lot of rain in that Christmas weekend forecast when I come back in a few.
We will see you then, Chris. Thank you. A Central Kentucky jail is closed after police believe it was set on fire.
Both local and federal officials are now investigating the cause of that fire at the Rockcastle County Jail. Our Phil Pendleton has more on the fire and its impact on those who work there in our top story at 5:30.
Words are hard to come by in describing what the jailer calls lunacy at the hands of some inmates.
You know, there ain't no words to put to that. It's just ridiculous. You know, something like this even endangers their own lives.
Jailer Carlos McClure says an argument over a television set about 3 a.m. in one cell led to the fire, but just how inmates got a hold of something to start a fire remains under investigation.
Just don't know about these guys in there, you know.
Kentucky State Police and the ATF are now investigating the cause of the fire. Many of the inmates are being questioned, and much of that is taking place at the Laurel County Jail, which has become a temporary home to dozens of men and women.
We activated our special response team, took about 8 of our transport vans to the facility, and by about 6 o'clock this morning we had removed all of those inmates and had them here and began the booking process here at our own facility.
The fire has shut down the facility for maybe as long as weeks, and as a result about 10 people have lost their jobs.
You know, that's a sad thing. Here it is, Christmas. You know, it's bad. You know, families have to go home.
Most of the damage was limited to smoke and water. 13 people were taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation, but have since been released. In Rockcastle County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
State police tell us they do have suspects in the fire, but will be releasing that to the next grand jury for possible indictments.
State police have identified a police officer and a man involved in a deadly shooting. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Kenton County. State police say Ludlow police officer Sam Hodge and Charles Reynolds fired at each other during a traffic stop last night. They were both taken to University Cincinnati Medical Center where Reynolds died. State police say Hodge was hit in the shoulder and is stable. In Wayne County, a man was arrested for 5 break-ins in Monticello. 28-year-old Josh Daniels is charged with second-degree burglary. Police say Daniels and maybe others broke into at least 5 homes and stole between $5,000 and $10,000 worth of items, including TVs, electronics, jewelry, pocket knives, and laptops.
A deadly accident happened today in Knox County. State police say that Melissa Warren was driving west on Kentucky 718 when her truck crossed into the eastbound lane, hitting a guardrail. Warren then hit a tree, overturning her truck. Her passenger, 20-year-old Ryan Baker, died in the crash. Warren was taken to the Knox County ARH hospital where she was treated and released. She has now been charged with driving under the influence, murder, leaving the scene of an accident, and several other charges. Well, be careful who you trust. That's the lesson one Lexington woman learned the hard way. Looking to get work done on her home, Stella Tarango hired the Flooring Gallery back in July of this year, and they sent 33-year-old Joshua Marshall to complete the job. Marshall did such a good job, police say that she hired him for more odd jobs around the house. Marshall reportedly stole several items from the house, including jewelry and a revolver. He was arrested yesterday for that theft.
Plenty will give this holiday season, but who you're giving to may not always be who you think, and sometimes that could be a nice surprise. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain has the story.
With 2 days till Christmas, the weather is unseasonably warm, but we are getting lots of rain. And rain or shine, about 1,500 people or so in Lexington who are homeless will reside outside on the streets. So ask yourself, do you stop to help the homeless?
You walk through here every day, you get calloused.
Who knew giving away $5,000 would be that hard?
That's Father Jim Sitchko of St. Mark Catholic Church in Richmond. He wanted to see how people treat the homeless this holiday season. So today at Phoenix Park in Lexington, Father Jim wanted others to think he was homeless.
Any change, man?
Father Jim's hope is to see who will stop and help him today, and those who do receive a gift. Father Jim says he has $5,000 to give away.
Because of your goodness, you get $100.
You're lying.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Now,
Do you know what he gave you?
He said $100. So that's too much. I'll give it to somebody. So
I gave him some money. He looked like he needed it, and I was surprised that he returned the favor manyfold. I was not expecting this at all. It's I'll send it forward.
nothing that prevents anyone from simply saying good morning, handing someone a drink, and walking on. My message is to realize that in giving, you receive.
It'll be returned manyfold, and hopefully we can all be kind with each other.
In Lexington,
your good deed paid off today.
Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
You just never know, and I love those folks that are going to pay it forward even more. That $5,000, by the way, was handed out because of money given to the church from an anonymous donor.
AAA says the average price of gas, the average, has dropped below $2 per gallon for the first time since 2009. In the Lexington area, you can find gas in the range of $1.99 a gallon, even lower than that. The low prices are a gift for drivers this holiday season, and for many of them, that extra money means more cash to spend. Erica Loriano drives up to 200 miles a day for her window cleaning business.
Yeah, this is my work vehicle.
Loriano says filling up is a much more pleasurable experience these days. That's because gas prices have plunged about 75 cents a gallon since the summer, putting a lot more money in Loriano's pocket.
Yeah, I can eat steak and shrimp now.
AAA estimates Americans have saved $115 billion on gas this year compared to 2014. That's about $550 for every U.S. driver. And a report from the J.P. Morgan Chase Institute finds more people are spending that extra cash. The group analyzed data from some 25 million credit and debit card holders nationwide.
80% of the savings at the pump are being spent, and we know where they're being spent, mostly on restaurants, on groceries, but department stores, entertainment, and electronic are also getting boosts in sales.
That extra spending is good news for retailers during the final days of the holiday shopping season. The gas money Rosario Rubio has saved is going under her Christmas tree.
What are you doing with that money?
Saving it for Christmas. Buy Christmas presents.
Better Christmas presents.
Yes.
Americans will likely continue to have extra spending money. Gas prices are expected to stay low in January. And AAA says Americans are on track to drive a record number of miles this year. Americans have driven more than 2.63 trillion miles through October, and that's a 3.5% increase compared to last year.
A judge has ordered an online poker company to pay Kentucky $870 million. The judge ruled Poker Stars violated Kentucky's anti-gambling laws between 2006 and 2011. Poker Stars will have to pay 12% interest each year until the money is collected, which adds up to an extra $104 million.
A shelter that stopped accepting women earlier this month hopes to reopen to everyone soon. Emergency Christian Ministries in Whitley County banned women because the director says too many people were having sex at the shelter. They're now working to renovate the building to keep the living quarters for men and women more separate. The Times-Tribune reports the shelter hopes to finish renovations by tomorrow. We're learning more today about the upcoming Republican caucus.
Plus, another Kentucky county is allowing full alcohol sales. WKYT's Bill Bryant has those stories and more in tonight's Bottom Line.
Good evening. Some more details are beginning to emerge about the upcoming Republican presidential caucus in Kentucky. Some of the documents are now being circulated online about the rules and the locations of some of the caucuses. Registered Republicans will be eligible to go to those caucuses between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Saturday, March 5th. While most counties will have only one caucus location, some larger ones will have multiple locations. There will be 4 in Fayette County, 2 in Madison County. Several presidential candidates are already in, and the deadline for candidates to register in Kentucky is January 7th. The state's caucus is likely to get a lot of attention in those days coming right after that cluster of Super Tuesday primaries. Governor Bevan's swift executive orders yesterday were the talk of Frankfort today. With the stroke of a pen, the new governor removed the names of county clerks from marriage licenses and rescinded Governor Steve Beshear's restoration of voting rights for felons. Also, the governor put in place a state hiring freeze. Bevan supports the Voting Rights Initiative, but wants that to go through the state legislature. Bevan tweeted that he took those actions to fulfill commitments made during his campaign. More A's are being handed out as grades in the state's largest school system. Data from Jefferson County Public Schools shows a new and more lenient grading system means more students are getting A's. The grade category was changed from 93 to 100% to 90 to 100 for an A there in the Louisville area. Grant County voters approving full alcohol sales going forward. After the votes were counted last night, the margin was 56% saying go wet, 44% voted to keep it dry. A vote now allows places like hotels and convenience stores to sell liquor. Barberville to have a similar vote next week. Bill Bryant, WKYT.